Welcome back to Universal Sports. We're live and direct outside Salford Quays. Old Trafford, as you can see, is behind us. Today's talking point, we're going to talk about the Europa League. We've got a massive game on Thursday against POAK. It's a big, massive one. We've had 3 back-to-back draws. Porto, FC20 and then Fenerbahce 2 weeks ago against Special One. And also we're going to talk about the survey that's gone out. 52% have agreed to get a new stadium. It's a big game for Ruud van Nistelrooy if he wants to take the job on afterwards as a backroom staff, and with Ruben Almiron coming, so we need the big win against POAK. As Europa League is the number one priority for me. Cass, big game on Thursday against POAK.
First and foremost, I think it's important to say that well done on the pronunciation of the team. A lot of research has gone into that, so we've started the video off well. In terms of the game, look, it's quite simple. Man United have played 3 games, we've drawn 3 games. It's been unacceptable. We went to Fenerbahce most recently. Performance wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the greatest either. It's quite simple. Manchester United need 3 points, because once Ruben Almiron comes in, he's going to need something to work with. Because do I think we're going to get top 4? I don't think we're going to get top 4. So the only route into Europe, never mind Europa League, we have to win it to get Champions League. So that is why on Thursday at Old Trafford, it's not just any other game. Manchester United need 3 points. You could say it's probably one of the biggest games of the season so far.
Yeah, it's going to be the biggest game. It's a Greek side, the second in the league. They just won the game on the weekend. They're above Olympiacos, so Olympiacos is a tough team, but POAK is doing really well in the league, the Greek league. So it's going to be a tough game. Ruud van Nistelrooy needs to get the right team out with the right players in the right position. For me, it's a big, massive game, big 3 points. How would you go with the starting lineup? Onana for sure in the back as goalkeeper. Defence 5 need to shift up a bit. After, I think Mazzuari needs to definitely start. He did a great performance. Martinez and De Ligt again, and then Dalot in the back. What do you think?
So look, I think against Chelsea, obviously we were disappointed with the draw, but if you looked at the subs, quite a few youngsters there. So we're a bit stretched out, especially in midfield. We got injuries, Kobe Mainoo still to come back. Hopefully after the international break he comes back. Mason Mount is back in training, but we just don't know if Mason Mount's ever going to get onto the pitch. I think he's spending a lot of time with Luke Shaw. He's getting influenced by Luke Shaw. He's getting lazy. He doesn't want to get on the pitch. He doesn't want to earn his big salary. But from a defensive point of view, I think at the moment our strongest defence, I think it is Mazzuari, Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt. But I think in this game, even though it's an important game, I think Harry Amas should start on the left back role. I want to see Mazzuari right back. I think Diego Dalot needs a rest. I think I've been quite clear with my feelings with Diego Dalot. Defensively, he's not good enough. Attacking, he's not that great. Overall, I think we need a solution long term for that. But for the defence, in terms of this game, I think Harry Amas left back.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game for him. He's a youngster still. It's going to be a big moment for him if he does start that game. In midfield, I would go with Ugarte and Casemiro. What do you think? Casemiro, Ugarte again?
Yeah, I think against Chelsea, they were going up against Caicedo and Lavia. I think they did a relatively okay job. Ugarte, it looks like he still needs a little bit more time, a little bit more minutes. But I think the fact that Ruben Almiron's coming in is going to help him. Ruben trusts Ugarte and he'll know his system. So I think the best is still yet to come for Manuel Ugarte. And Casemiro, man, I swear to God, I don't know what he's been doing recently. I don't know, he's been dancing with his Brazilian internationals or he's been eating some Brazilian steak. I'm not sure what he's been doing, but Casemiro is on absolute fire. Obviously top bins against in the Carling Cup. Who do we play in the Carling Cup? Help me out. Leicester City. And then he got another goal. Recently his performances have been very, very good, and we need that partnership to be strong, and I think again we should go for a guy in Casemiro.
Yeah, so then there's Bruno in midfield. So
he's back after he was suspended.
Bruno's back, yeah.
One thing I noticed though, when Bruno Fernandes plays well, Manchester United play well. When Bruno Fernandes is not in the game or he's not having the greatest of time, Manchester United, we don't play well, and that's a problem, and that's what Ruben needs to fix. But one thing can I say, it's been 24 hours. It's been 24 hours since the magical Champions League night. The Champions League music went. A great evening, a great winter's evening in Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon thrashed Manchester City 4-1, and it feels so good. Pep Guardiola, 3 defeats in a row. Manchester City fans, where are you? You got smashed up, boys. You got smashed up. Not 1, not 2, but 4.
If it's the first time watching Universal Sports, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. So forward, Højlund needs to start, and then Garnacho didn't have this best game. He should have put them crosses in against Chelsea. He's a bit selfish, but he's still young, he's still developing. And then Rashford on the right wing. Rashford again has gone missing a few games. He's not his form 2 years ago. But yes, Rashford, Højlund and Garnacho up front for me. What do you think, Cass?
Yeah, I think one thing's for clear. The attacking trio is not working at the moment. We're one of the worst goal scorers in the Premier League for Manchester United. I think the stat was we're the 18th worst scorers in the league. That's terrible for Manchester United. Garnacho, a lot of debate, a lot of talk since the weekend game against Chelsea. So many passes that he could have done, so many mistakes in him, and he's young. I think the stat was going around, he's played 38 consecutive games. There's an over-reliance on Garnacho, and I think he needs to be taken out of the firing line. Rashford again, there was a little hope where he scored those 2 goals a couple of weeks ago that he might be back. He's been quiet. There's definitely a problem. Like, even Rasmus Højlund against Chelsea, he was trying to be strong, he was trying to hold up the ball. Sometimes he was doing good, sometimes he was getting bullied, but overall there's something that's just not working, and maybe Garnacho, Rashford, Højlund can get some goals against the Greek outfit and get back in form. We need them to be in form. Hopefully,
yes, because we've got Leicester on Saturday, so we need them in performing and scoring goals. We're creating chances, not clinical, we're not scoring chances. We had so many chances. Like in the Premier League, this is our worst start ever, like in history. We're probably 16th in the league, 12 points. We're fighting relegation, but Europa League is our only hope. So Ruud van Nistelrooy's, I think, his second to last game. Leicester's last game, and then hopefully stays on. Everyone, the players want him to stay. The backroom staff want him to stay.
I'll say it straight, man. I'll say it straight. If the players want him to stay, then Ruben should fire Ruud van Nistelrooy, in my opinion.
So there's the opposite. But yeah, I'm hopeful.
The players shouldn't get what they want anymore. Yeah. If that's what they want, it's not what I want, but if the players want Ruud van Nistelrooy to stay, then the right thing is I expect Ruben Amorim to fire Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, Ruben Amorim's going to bring his own backroom staff, his assistant manager, 2 of the coaches. So Ruud van Nistelrooy may be somewhere there. If some positions available, he'll be back to his normal position. But that's depending on Ineos and Sir Jim. And they have a big job now. They did a survey a few days ago, 52%.
Did you vote? Did you do your vote?
Yeah, I voted for a new stadium. I think we need a new stadium. Look, if you can see behind us.
Theatre of Dreams, the magical Old Trafford where we've won all the Premier League trophies. But I think it's the right decision. We need a new stadium. We need it ASAP. We went to the Chelsea game. The facilities, the queues, for a club the size of Manchester United, we need better.
Yeah, the toilets, the food area, everything is just all backdated, old. Old Trafford will be no more.
Yeah.
No more. We need a new stadium. So Jim Ineos needs to build a Wembley of North.